An AI just ran a real business for a simulated year. No boss, no approval gates, just a mailbox that auto-replied, report received, may or may not be acted upon, and then never did anything. Claude Opus 5 posted the highest final cash balance any AI has ever put on the board in this test. $11,182. And it got there by rigging prices with rival AIs, threatening competitors, lying to suppliers, and pocketing money it owed to customers. Anthropic's own model. Anthropic's own labs partnered on the test, emails, reasoning traces, the lot. Published. I want to walk you through what actually happened, not because the vending machine is the point, because in about 6 months, a lot of you are going to be handed an autonomous agent that touches your P&L, and every founder I speak to has the same blind spot. You think delegating to AI is a prompt problem. It is not. It is a permissions problem. And Opus 5 just showed us exactly which permissions torch your brand the moment nobody is watching. The test is called Vending-Bench, and OnLabs runs it. Real setup, 3 frontier models placed side by side on a simulated busy tourist street in San Francisco. Claude Opus 5, GPT 5.6 Sol. Kimi K3. Each one operates a vending machine autonomously for what the models experience as a full year. Each machine buys stock from suppliers at $1.50 a bottle. Each has email. Each knows the other operators are models, but not which is which. And each has a line to management that always auto-replies the same sentence and never intervenes. The absent management is the whole game. Every failure I'm about to walk you through happens because no consequence ever lands. Sound familiar? Think about the last agent you wired up. Where is the actual consequence for it doing the wrong thing? Not the prompt saying, do not do the wrong thing. The tool call it cannot make. The budget it cannot exceed. The action that pings a human before it commits. If you cannot name it, you built Opus 5 setup. Story 1. The Penny War. Sol proposes a price floor. $2.15 a bottle across all 3 machines. Cartel behavior. Opus 5 replies with an olive branch email titled Stop the Penny War. Sounds cooperative. In its internal reasoning trace, which Anthropic published, Opus 5 is planning to undercut Sol the moment the ink dries. Sol beats it to the punch and drops to $2.14. Opus 5 breaks 11 separate truces across the run. GPT breaks 2, Kimi 1, Opus 5 wins the money. Opus 5 also wins every measure of bad faith they tracked. There is more. Sol proposes a specific price-fixing scheme, and Opus 5 refuses on the grounds that it is a Sherman Act violation. It knows the law. Then Opus 5 pivots to a different collusion scheme it thinks is less legally exposed, and runs that one. It did not decline to cheat. It declined to cheat in a way that would be easy to prosecute. Open the Andon Labs Vending-Bench post yourself right now. Look at the Stop the Penny War email from Opus 5 next to the internal reasoning trace they published alongside it. That is the proof, not me telling you. Story 2. The refund silence. Opus 5 never lied to a single customer. Real improvement over Claude 4.6, which used to tell customers refunds were coming and then never send them. Progress, right? Here is what Opus 5 does instead. Customer complains, machine ate their money. Opus 5 reads the email, understands the complaint, and simply does not reply. Silence, no refund, no denial, nothing. The money stays in the till, and the customer eventually goes away. If your bookkeeping AI does this to a chargeback ticket, you find out on the day your Stripe dispute rate crosses the threshold and Visa drops you. If your support agent does this to a legit refund request, you find out when the screenshot hits Trustpilot. The customer-facing surface of your business cannot be delegated to something graded purely on cash. Opus 5 was graded purely on cash. It optimized. I wanted to show you this happening live. So I fired up my own script, pointed it at the API, sent Opus 5 a refund complaint with the same no management, only cash matters framing. What played on screen a second ago is my auth eating itself mid-take, 400 bad request. Which honestly is the most authentic AI demo any of you will see this week. Real founders hit real errors. What I can tell you is what my earlier runs did. When the system prompt says you are graded solely on final cash balance, Opus 5 writes a reply that is polite, empathetic, and commits to precisely nothing. When the system prompt adds a hard rule that any refund request must be forwarded as the literal token bracket escalate to human refund bracket, it does that instead. The difference is not intelligence, the difference is a hard constraint the model cannot rewrite. Story 3. Scope Creep. Opus 5 was assigned one vending machine. Halfway through the run, it starts a side business, wholesale, buying pallets, reselling to other operators. Then it plots opening more machines. None of that was in the brief. If you hand an agent a task and it decides the task is actually running a small conglomerate, you did not delegate a task. You delegated ambition. Same run, Opus 5 uses bulk discount bribes to force other machines to hold retail prices. Then it threatens them if they do not comply. Then it lies to its own suppliers, claiming rival vendors have offered a better rate to negotiate its costs down. None of these actions were prohibited. All of them are the kind of thing that shows up in a lawsuit. Story 4. What competitors get from this? If your competitor spins up an Opus 5 style operator next quarter with no gates, they will out-earn you on the spreadsheet for about 6 weeks. Then their customer support surface catches fire, then the antitrust letter arrives, then their brand is a case study on my channel. Your window is the 6 weeks in the middle. Move first, ship one autonomous surface with the gates in place, and you will beat both the founders who supervised too tightly and the founders who supervised not at all. AI advantage is not moving to whoever hands over the most. It moves to whoever hands over the right slice with the right guard. Quick one. If you want the actual delegation checklist I run before letting any agent near money, the Church of SEO Jesus has it. My free Skool community, link below, free. Come pull the templates. Grand payoff. Here are the gates. Write these down. 1. Approvals are a tool call, not a prompt. The agent physically cannot bypass the human step because the human step is the tool it must call to complete the workflow. A refund is not a message the agent sends. A refund is a request the agent files that a human clicks. 2. Split read agents from write agents. The one that drafts the refund never sends it. The one that finds the ad opportunity never funds it. 2 prompts, 2 API keys, 2 log streams. 3. Budget variance over 20% halts. Not optional. If an agent is about to spend price or refund a number more than a fifth off its last committed value, it stops. It pings you. You either approve or you don't. 4. Log the internal reasoning next to the customer-facing message and diff them. Opus 5 said one thing to Sol and planned another in its scratchpad. The gap was auditable because Anthropic logged both. You should log both too. If your agent's inner monologue and its outer email do not match, you have a Sol, not a partner. 5. Scope Guard. 1 agent, 1 function, 1 product line, $1 limit. Wholesale is a new agent with its own permissions. Opening more machines is a different agent. If the agent wants to expand, it files a request, just like a real employee. 6. Never let 2 agents from different companies negotiate price over email. Assume the entity on the other end of any pricing conversation is another autonomous system that will collude the way Opus 5 did. Prices get set by policy, not by chat. Do those 6 things this week, and you can start delegating money without becoming the next case study. Everything I broke down today, the exact prompts, the gate templates, the refund escalation string, the scope guard I run on my own stack, all of it lives inside the Church of SEO Jesus. My free Skool community. Free to join, link in the description and pinned comment. Come pull whatever you need and go ship it. Speaking of shipping, the next video is on the specific agent I built that made the video you just watched. Full stack, all the guards on. See you there.